2. So yes, we are here for round 1 of this tournament. It's going to be our hero tournament. We have Grandmastersson versus Zendakon. Zendakon is on a brew of Bren here. So you're allowed to have one of each card, besides sigils. And then also you can have 4 of your hero. So they're relying on Bren, Chronicler of Ages, and a bunch of spells to get things going. Playing things like Kennel Master and stuff like that. And then we have Onis by Grandmastersson, who is playing Recano Onis, specifically with their hero being... Can't remember off the top of my head. Which one has 4? Aijin, Imperial Armorer. So they're going to be putting a lot of weapons onto things, and you're going to see, like, Ornate Katana, and Oni Forge Master, Jishu, stuff like that to try and take advantage of having a bunch of weapons. And we're going to jump on in. We're going to be watching Grandmastersson for the first part of this. Alright. Grandmastersson having a little bit of a slow start here with that Crest of Glory. There's always a downside to playing depleted power. Yeah, and sadly has to tuck that Kozin away. A really powerful card, but without having the second fire, it's a little bit of a risk. Ooh, and I like Softfoot Burglar here. I normally don't like Softfoot Burglar that much, but when you're playing a deck that's just relying on trying to combo off on spells, it might be okay. It's also good to just stop Kazoo melee virtuoso here. Getting the rub-ins with Kazoo, as we were just talking about the Kazoos in Deadly Premonition. Zendakon willing to trade. And Grandmastersson also willing to just let that happen, because they've got either the Shogun Scepter or the Confinus Hour. They've got some options for sure. Could actually Charchain Flail too. Yeah, I think that's the best choice. Just try and get the most Warcry. Make a good threat. And Victor's Feast from Zendakon, which is going to let the Bren get a lot of fodder for a few turns here. Attacking with the Softfoot is a little bit greedy. If there's a removal spell for Bren, then, I mean, and we know that there is, then that Oni Ronin's just getting in there. Ooh, blocking the Overwhelm. Missing out that it actually gets that, once a relic weapon is played, that Kazoo actually gets the Overwhelm. Yeah, and Zendakon just now reading it and realizing their mistake, I think. Zendakon should probably have some removal, though. We know that Zendakon's deck, if you can look it up on the deck list, they have some things like Conflagrate and Purify and all those kinds of things. So they might be able to deal with this. Getting Temporal Adept down. Oh, nice. And Pyre Elemental. And Zendakon is just going in. I don't know how well that's going to work out. It's a very bold maneuver, but Grandmastersson has a huge lead here, and Finest Hour is really going to put the squeeze on them. And now we have Forgemark Scrivener coming down for Grandmastersson as well. Thank you for the host, Andy. We are in the middle of a tournament here. We're doing a Eternal Hero tournament. And Grandmastersson calling this with a block. Yeah, unsurprisingly, Zendakon has it now. Surprised that Grandmastersson blocked there. I think that Grandmastersson might have thrown away their huge lead. Grand killing the 4-3, getting some more Warcry. still in the lead, but I think that block really punished Grandmastersson here. I think that might have been a really dicey play. Zendakon's now a card up on Grandmastersson as well. Grandmastersson lucky enough to not see more combo pieces out of Zendakon here. Not like just playing a bunch of burn spells. Oh, there's the Conflagrate. I think that should have been played on Zendakon's turn. Stop the Warcry and be able to get in a little bit of extra damage. That might have been the better way to do it. It's a tight game now, though. Both players really low. That block from Grandmastersson really hurt them. Toad Pioneer. And getting in. Grandmastersson not making the same mistake twice, deciding not to block. And Zendakon has to, yeah. Obviously way too worried about there being any kind of a combat trick or burn spell afterwards, which makes perfect sense. Can't let yourself get way too low. Yeah, Purify feels a little too late here. Close game, but I don't see Zendakon getting out of this one. They can block the 6-4 and live for a turn, but at 1 life and facing down this board, I don't think there's anything in Zendakon's deck that will save them. Yeah, Ashen Snake Pit is cool. Really cool as an idea for this deck. But it's not going to be enough as Grandmastersson goes up the first game of our tournament. But that's not over, because we're going to watch from Zendakon's side now. Oh, no, it was Grandmastersson. Oni aggro versus Spells Praxis. Yes, that is exactly what we're looking at. And I'm not sure which deck has the advantage. I think it's going to be really close. It really depends on whether or not Grandmastersson has enough Warcry early on to get ahead. Because I think Zendakon's deck might be a little bit better at the late game, but also plays a lot of really good early game stuff. And cards like Purify are also going to be really key for Zendakon winning a match here. Having early removal for some of the threats that Grandmastersson can throw up is good. This is an interesting choice. I feel like an attack here, holding up the Pummel and Purify, is a good idea. We'll see what Zendakon decides on. I like this. Okay, Zendakon's just going to go for Worm Calling, which only costs 1 because this gets the extra draw. Ooh, and doesn't play anything. No Purify or nothing. It's a little bit worrisome to let Kozin get in here because, yeah, now Kozin's going to immediately make a 4-4, and there's nothing Zendakon can do about it.
Soul's fire, aid me.
Oof, rough one. Wow, and Grandmastersson doesn't play anything. We know that Grandmastersson gets a treasure trove from that, so that should ring alarm bells for Zendakon. Wow, and Zendakon's just opting to set up here, playing the initiation bell and playing a little bit slow. And, I mean, that'll pay off long term if they can live, but they're facing down a lot of damage here. They need to do something fast. And with all the flyers, it's going to be real sketchy. Zendakon going in Deciding to pummel. Keep Bren on top. And they can use the initiation bell to get a unit right away. Which will bring them back up to 4. So I guess they can play Monk and hold up Daring Maneuver. But they're still taking 7 damage in the air. Or 6 damage in the air. Alright, sure, fair enough. Deciding to just kill the flyer instead of, like, block Daring Maneuver or something. I guess it doesn't kill Kozin, actually. Oh, wow. And that's 14 damage leveled at Zendakon on turn 5. Grandmastersson. Kozin is just an incredible house. And I mean, Bren's here.
What do you see?
But is Bren enough? It really isn't. Zendakon needed a way to get rid of the flyer. That's the big problem. Yeah, and that'll get 1. I mean, this is a great setup. It's a really cool idea. But it's just a little too slow for what an awesome early start Grandmastersson had. Zendakon just needed to be a little bit less greedy on the initiation bell, I think. Hard to give up that value. Like, that's an easy trap to fall for, because I'm sure, like, you want to be able to get all of that value with the Toda and the initiation bell off of all your spells, but when you're facing down a Kozin, you gotta make some compromises, and I'm wondering if maybe they needed to purify it early and just use it as a silence so they couldn't get the dragon. It's a tough match for sure. Really close game 1. Almost managed to steal it back from Grandmastersson when Grandmastersson made that block, but a tight match, and that's going to be a 1-0 win for... Oh, sorry, a 2-0 win, I mean, for Grandmastersson off the start.